Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and we have got ourselves a knife here, or actually two knives that are extremely precious. And I'm actually going to show you my precious knives. These are my precious collection because it came from people who I absolutely love and adore. That's my kids, as well as some fantastic family friends. My daughter Taylor, her new in-laws, Justin and Sheila, they picked me up a knife too as well, and I gotta say I was blown away by their generosity. Now, this Christmas came and went. I know that we're into January, and with it I ended up getting myself two fixed blades that are from a custom maker here, Greg Paulson, here out of Lethbridge. And I will try to find his contact information and put it in the description. If I don't have it here right away, eventually I will get it in there. I've sent a message to to get his contact information if you want to pick yourself up a knife. Hell of a knife, nice guy. And also this second blade here, my son helped pick it up, and so I want to go through my collection here of my absolutely precious blades, okay? And then I'll finish off with the two new ones I got today, or not this Christmas. All right, so my daughter went down to Mexico, and I said I want a knife, and I was kind of hoping she'd find me one of these kind of older out the front, or just cheap out the front switchblade knives, just even though they're illegal in Canada, just to have one that I could use as a collection, just to kind of flick in and out. She ended up coming back with this beautiful, beautiful onyx knife, and this is more of a showpiece than anything else. I have this downstairs in my hockey room there, and it's attached to one of my jerseys, and it's a gorgeous onyx knife. So let's put that aside here. The second one here I got from my daughter too as well, Taylor, and it is, I mean, it has all the things that a knife guy will absolutely not like, but this is one of my favorite blades. First of all, it is tip down carry, or tip up carry. So we got that. So we got tip down carry. It's got very terrible action, cheap Chinese stainless steel, aluminum framed handle, and not a finished wood. But I absolutely love this knife because it came from my daughter, and she was absolutely beaming when she gave me this knife for Christmas, and it came with its own customized box, and I keep it in there because I love it. I mean, it is one of my most prized possessions because my daughter went out on her own, knowing full well that I had a passion, and she wanted to get me something that was in my passion, and that was more than enough. All right, so let's put that aside there. Next one here came from Sheila and Justin, and I think it's just a great little blade. Came from a local knife maker here too as well. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, but I think I will try to Broken Arrow Forges here out of Pincher Creek. That's where it is. And I'll leave its link in the description too as well. And it looks like it's just a great little, was a Farrier's, one half of a Farrier's nipper, and it's used to kind of chip the way at the end of to cut the end of the horse's hooves, and he just did a little bit of foul work on there. He polished it up with some stabilized bone here, or is this, I think this is horn too as well. And this is the knife that I open up all of my packages with, and it just sits here inside of my office. All right, now this is the one here I got for Christmas 2 years ago, and it is a Greg Paulson custom from my boy Gregor. And once again, this is one of my most prized possessions. This is a knife that is not going to be seeing on my camping trips, or it's not a knife that I'm going to put my life on the line with, although it is a great knife, a well-built knife. I love the handle. It's a Bowie type knife, but I just don't want to lose something like this. This is something that I will treasure for the rest of my life, and I got that. So now the other two that I got here are from the same maker, Greg Paulson, but one's a little bit more of a user, and I think this one here, and it's kind of more of a little bit of a neck knife. It's a very small, sub 3-inch blade. It's it's polished. It's got like a stabilized wood handle, and I love the fact that it's got it's pinned with pins that go all the way through the blade. It's a fully tang, and it's got great ergonomics. It is a fantastic little blade, and this is an excellent little Skinner blade, and it looks like they actually sharpened this to 0 degrees too as well. It's a 0 degree bevel, and so, you know, and they've come with a little handmade sheath too as well that fits this knife beautifully. And I gotta say, I absolutely love these. And now, this is the final one that I ended up getting this year for Christmas. And I gotta say, I am absolutely, it has all the things in it that I love in a fixed blade knife. First of all, it's very, very sturdy. It's got some nice weight to it. It's not overly bulky, but I loved these polished 0 degree bevel here. And it's razor sharp. This brass bolster with this white pearl handle and these pins here too as well. It is, oh, not only is it a treat to look at this knife too as well, it's actually a treat to feel this knife. And I don't know about you guys, but you know, it's got some foul work done on the spine. I love it, a knife, when it's got everything's kind of finished on it. I know I've got some Spydercos, you know, especially that come out of that Tai Chung plant where the Spidey hole is sharp enough that you can shave on the Spidey hole. And I just like that. I like the fact that, you know, you get like the Brad Southern flipper. That entire knife is finished, where there's not a really crazy sharp edge on the whole knife other than the blade where it's supposed to be. And that's what this knife is like. It is, if you're into, you know, tactile sensations where it's smooth as hell, then this is going to be the knife for you. It's you know, a high carbon steel, and my son Gregor McMillan, as you can see here, has got his GM. He went in there and did it, and it's got Paulson as a Paulson design, but Gregor himself did a lot of the finishing on this knife, and he said it took forever to polish this out, and he worked at it at lunch hours at his work, because he works with Greg Paulson at the local Minute Muffler here too in Lethbridge. My son is a third-year mechanic, and Greg is a mechanic too as well. They're exhaust specialists, and at lunch hours they'll you know, bring out the knife, and he'll start the old polishing on it and shaping of it. And it said it took him forever to hand polish this knife. And I gotta say, stuff like this makes you want to cry, honestly. You know, I love my children, and I love the fact that they get me something that's included in my passion, right? When I saw this, and I saw the look on Gregor's face when he gave me this knife and I opened it up and he knew that I loved it, that was worth more than my entire knife collection of every single knife that I have. It's wonderful. And I have to say that thank you so much to my children. Thank you so much, Gregor, for your hard work on this blade. This has become my most precious blade here, right here. This one right here. That's just me. And this knife here is going to be polished and loved, and I'm going to cut very sparingly with it because I want to keep it in the condition that you gave it to me in, because this is a Safe Queen, not a user. I may take this one out here, and I'll use this one here. I'll end up probably seeing if I can, you know, cut down a elk or something this year, and I'll use this to help skin it. You know, things like that. I'll use this as kind of a camping knife, but this one here is going to be my Safe Queen. All right. Hope you guys liked a little bit of the knives that make me want to cry, like I don't know. Hope you guys had a great time. Hope you guys saw some beautiful knives here, and I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Please stay safe out there. We're not in the woods. Please keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.